Sir, let me at this point express our appreciation for the various opportunities you have given to our members in the state civil service. Chartered accountants in Edo State can contribute significant value towards the growth of the state, as has been seen in other states. We wish to request that our members be given more consideration in appointments into key finance areas in the state civil service. I know for a truth that those that you have appointed have not disappointed the Institute, as we have not received any adverse reports coming from your office in terms of their performance in your government. In specific, sir, we request Your Excellency to appoint ICAN members as treasurers to local governments, as I understand many of them are on that grade levels in the Edo State Civil Service cadre. Most forward-looking and prosperous states in Nigeria today have adopted this policy that chartered accountants head their treasuries in the local government area. ICAN members and other staff of the state civil service in accounting and finance related departments by the state to the excellent branches. When they are trained, their productivity are enhanced. Sir, I want to bring to your notice a current policy of ICAN on building of district society offices. ICAN has offered to contribute 50% of the cost of building a district society in any district, who can provide land, relevant approved building plans, and a 50% counterpart funding. I am happy to inform you today that Benin and District Society's application to the Council of the Institute since 2018 was approved by the ICAN Council in her December 2020 meeting. This offer, sir, is valid for 12 months. If not utilized, same will be given to the next district society on the queue. A couple of other state governments have supported other district society not to miss that opportunity to take the 50% counterpart funding from the Institute. God bless the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, God bless Edo State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening. That's in progress, immediately presentation to appreciate our host for receiving us. So on behalf, I guess because of COVID, we can't meet. On behalf of the Council of our Great Institute, we to present this token in appreciation to you for accepting to meet with us today. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you. So much,
Permanent Secretary. With great delight and pleasure that I have this opportunity to welcome the 56th President of ICAN, who happens to be our own Dame Onome Joy Adewiyi, and other members of the ICAN family. You know, we're glad to have the district chair and our very own Felix, who is the MD of Presco. Yes, I'm not surprised. ICAN has always had very, very distinguished managers in managing the economy of our country. First, let me also use this opportunity to congratulate you on your appointment or elevation, and to say, just like is expected of me, so much is expected of you. But we have no doubt that given your background and given your accomplishments through the years, you are certainly up to the task, as is becoming evident. You're correct. For us in Edo, it is about people. People are your greatest assets, and so we have always believed that even as families, individuals, states, that our biggest investment, our greatest investment must be in our people, in building their capacities, in training and building their minds. We have done our modest bit, and we continue to. As you rightly pointed out, education is priority for us. We have undertaken quite significant investments, particularly at the foundational stage of education. We didn't know that COVID will come, but we had commenced investing in using technology to improve learning outcomes in Edo by training almost 12,000 of our primary school teachers and giving them technology handheld devices through which they can now manage and impact learning on the children. And we're quite pleased that with COVID, we were able to, because of COVID, we were able to extend learning to children, our children in homes during the extended periods of lockdown. We try to do more and talk less, but at least it's been acknowledged globally. Last spring, during the spring meetings, the World Bank gave awards to the 5 countries in Africa that have the greatest, they call them the accelerator countries. Countries were able to accelerate learning even during COVID. And the countries were Egypt, Sierra Leone, Mozambique, Rwanda, and Edo State. So we continue to emphasize, we continue to focus on education because, like you know, and like you've rightly said, it's what will define the future. I'm glad your anniversary lecture is about the 4th Industrial Revolution, which is just essentially a knowledge revolution, and that we can already see is transforming mankind and the way we approach things. We're very glad and impressed with the strides ICAN has made through the years, and we would like to collaborate as a state much closer with ICAN. In Edo State, we are undertaking a fundamental transformation of our public service. We are not only introducing technology as a platform, as a basis, but we are also retooling our civil servants. We have just built what we call the John Odigio Public Service Academy, where we are retraining all our public servants and giving them technology as a basis, as a tool for working. And in that, guys, we would like to work much closer with you. We would like to, help you utilize some of the resources you have in imparting knowledge, management knowledge, accounting knowledge on our civil servants, particularly the accounting core in the civil service, from the accountant general down through his DFAs, both in state and the local government service. We have to upgrade the skills and upgrade the content of work that we're very, so the issue of the work you've done in aligning the syllabi for the tertiary institutions, we agree with you. In fact, what we've done as a state is to disrupt the educational system. I had to shut down quite a few of my tertiary institutions to begin rebuilding them, because there was no point having them. They were just producing illiterates with certificates, which was dangerous. So with a School of Agric, and I want to thank Mr. Felix, the MD of Presco, and his other colleagues who in the industry have supported us to rebuild our colleges of agriculture. And there we'll need this sort of collaboration to rebuild our colleges of education, to rebuild, so that these are institutions that when you go through them, you should be able to sustain yourself academically and professionally. So with that level of collaboration, we will be seeking collaboration with, talking with our ministries of Greek to help us, see how we can work with you on the same exercise that you have undertaken with WAEC and the NUC. It's very interesting. I mean, I don't understand how and when the ICAN accountability index was put together, but it's very strange because we, like I said, without being immodest, I mean, Edo is one of 2 states in Africa that the World Bank has given a budget support facility to. They normally give it to countries. We are the only 2 states. Last year, in addition to all the facilities from the World Bank, we got an additional funding, direct, a P4R, or Program for Results funding. And all of this would not have been possible if if our rating as an entity was, subpar or not to the level. So something clearly went wrong. But I can assure you that the next time you undertake that, you undertake the analysis for the index, it shouldn't be a problem because our transformation would have been complete. The information will be there online. Everything will be so visible that you wouldn't have any challenge or any difficulties in getting the information. But we are certain about how we are running government, and so we're optimistic that the next time you come around, you would see the very, very clear difference, because most of the information we require, we already have to put in place to qualify for the facilities we are enjoying from the World Bank. Like I said, as we put together the curriculum, the training needs for the Public Service Academy, we will be talking with you and contacting. There's really no reason why the district cannot run some of its programs in our facilities, and we will subsidize the costs to our public servants. There's really no reason why we cannot have that sort of collaboration, and you'll be impressed. And you'll be impressed with the quality of infrastructure that we have put in place for such training. I don't think there's any state, not even the federal government, that has the quality of what we have in place in Edo State. It's a facility with 24/7 electricity. It's with broadband internet connection, and we're trying to partner with some other international training institutions. Well, you're lucky that you already have land for the. We would have contributed that as a state. That's what we can do. Things are tough, but I'm sure we have enough members around the table and in service. I will work with them and see the modest contribution we can make. We're very interested in your international university for management. Should you decide to set it up in Edo State, we will be very interested in working with you and supporting you. Okay, because we are rebuilding Edo as a center for learning in Nigeria. So that's an offer on the table you can consider. And then lastly, we definitely will send all our accountants, all our chartered accountants, to attend your golden Jubilee anniversary in Abuja, and I will sign in remotely if COVID is still on. If not, I'll be there physically. So on that note, I want to congratulate you once again and thank you for this visit. And so be rest assured, this is your state, and we will continue to support you and support the Institute. Welcome, and thank you for coming.
Legacies forever be beautiful and glorious and you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful and glorious and stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other. Together we can stand, come what may. And our future lies